Mr. President, what do you say to people who view that luxury jet as a personal gift to you? Why not leave it behind?
You're ABC fake news, right?
Why not?
It's only ABC. Well, a few of you would. Let me tell you, you should be embarrassed asking that question. They're giving us a free jet. I could say, no, don't give us. I want to pay you $1 billion or 400 million or whatever it is. Or I could say, thank you very much. You know, there was an old golfer named Sam Snead. Did you ever hear of him? He won 82 tournaments. He was a great golfer. And he had a motto: when they give you a putt, you say, thank you very much. You pick up your ball and you walk to the next hole. A lot of people are stupid. They say, no, I insist on putting it. Then they putt it and they miss it. And their partner gets angry at them. You know what? Remember that, Sam Snead. When they give you a putt, you pick it up and you walk to the next hole and you say, thank you very much.
Welcome back to the channel. So the orange guy just accepted what looks a lot like a bribe from the Qatar Royal Family. Pretty sure the Constitution says that shouldn't be allowed. But with Trump, nothing really surprises us anymore. I'm not a legal expert, but these next 5 video clips break it down better than I ever could. If you're new here and find this content helpful, a like and subscribe really helps us reach our next goal of 3,000 subscribers. Let's get into the videos.
The Qatari government has graciously offered to donate a plane to the Department of Defense. The legal details of that are still being worked out, but of course, any donation to this government is always done in full compliance with the law, and we commit ourselves to the utmost transparency, and we will continue to do that.
Do you worry that if they give us something like this, they want something in return?
Absolutely not, because they know President Trump and they know he only works with the interests of the American public in mind.
Trump is planning to accept a luxury Boeing plane from the Qatari Royal Family. Here's what we know. The Trump administration is set to accept a Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet worth about $400 million as a gift from Qatar to use as Air Force One, reported ABC News on May 11th. Democrats criticized the reported exchange, arguing accepting such a gift would be unethical and unconstitutional under the Emoluments Clause, which prohibits federal office holders from receiving gifts from foreign states. Democratic Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer wrote on X, quote, "Nothing says America first like Air Force One, brought to you by Qatar. It's not just bribery, it's premium foreign influence with extra legroom." Trump responded to the criticism and appeared to confirm the news in a Truth Social post, which said, quote, "So the fact that the Defense Department is getting a gift free of charge of a 747 aircraft to replace the 40-year-old Air Force One temporarily in a very public and transparent transaction so bothers the crooked Democrats that they insist we pay top dollar for the plane." ABC News reported that White House lawyers determined the donation of the jet would be, quote, "legally permissible, on the condition it would be transferred to Trump's presidential library." However, Qatar spokesperson Ali Al-Ansari told Politico the reports of the gift are, quote, "inaccurate," stating, quote, "The possible transfer of an aircraft for temporary use as Air Force One is currently under consideration, but, quote, no decision has been made." Trump is scheduled to visit Qatar in a trip to the Gulf this week, but the airplane will reportedly not be presented to him on this trip.
We have breaking news right now. Donald Trump is about to get one of the most expensive gifts a president has ever received from a foreign country in history. Qatar is gifting Donald Trump a luxury private jet that he will use as Air Force One until 2029, and then he will transfer it to his own personal presidential library. This, according to new ABC News reporting, would represent one of the most valuable gifts a foreign government has ever given a U.S. president, that a U.S. president has accepted in history. The gift is expected to be announced when Trump visits Qatar next week on a foreign trip. The foreign regime is gifting a luxury jet to a current sitting president. A current sitting president is accepting it and using it. And while the Justice Department says that there are no Emoluments Clause issues, alarm bells are going off within the American community because it's very unclear whether or not this is even legal, whether the president can accept this.
It's Sunday night and Donald Trump is doing his Sunday night rants before the week starts. This time, apparently he must have found out that accepting a $400 million private jet as a personal gift from a foreign government is unconstitutional and against the law. And not sort of, and not like a gray area. This is like black and white unconstitutional. So here, let me move. So the fact that the Defense Department is getting a gift free of charge of a 747 aircraft to replace the 40-year-old Air Force One temporarily in a very public and transparent transaction, so bothers the crooked Democrats. Blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, Donnie, is that you're getting this just days after you decide you were going to do a $5.5 billion golf course in their country, and now you're receiving a gift. So it's not just a gift free of charge. This is exchange, Donnie.
Okay, so the royal family of Qatar has just gifted Trump a $300 million super luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet. What in the hell are you gonna do with that? That's a big ass plane. So this plane is said to be used as the new Air Force One for presidential travel. But it just seems a little fishy, honestly, though, because things you might not know. Trump was actually looking at planes in Qatar not too long ago. Can somebody tell me why Trump is interested in these big-ass planes? As you can see right here, a lot of people are not too happy about it. People are saying it's corrupt, blatantly unconstitutional, that type of thing. People are even throwing around words like bribery. Can you believe that? I can.
Donald Trump is going to be gifted a Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from the royal family from Qatar. And man, this was first reported by ABC News. And the real only thing I want to say about this, because the way that the report comes out is that they're going to give it to Trump, and then it'll be given to the Trump administration or the Trump library, in which they could use afterwards. The one thing I want to say to this, and I don't know, I probably should look this up, but I feel like if anything is ever gifted to a president during their time in office, becomes property of the U.S. government instantly. And that not one said person can then from there get it transferred over to a privately held person. I'm not really quite sure on how there's a legal way of doing what they're trying to do here. They're making it seem like it's going to be, well, we're going to give it to the government, and then the government will then give it to Trump to you. I don't know how this whole thing is working, and the details are still coming out, which is why it's really hard to comment on everything. Since some people have already denied the report, though it seems like the sources seem very legitimate. Bottom line is, anything from a coin up to an aircraft, if it's given to a U.S. president, needs to stay with the presidency and not then moved over to something else. That's just my mindset. Let me know what you think here. Please share and repost my videos and follow me for more.